Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be using my James Charles palette to create a nice red toned holiday look. Now I know for most holiday looks, everyone usually does like a red lip or dark lip, or they'll do like a light eye or like a really glittery dramatic eye. That's not quite my style, so I figured I would do something a little bit out of my comfort zone, but not by a lot. So if you guys want to see how I come up with a red toned eyeshadow look, then keep watching. I'm going to go ahead and take my Kat Von D golden powder and I'm just going to place that underneath my eyes to protect from any like fallout. Okay guys, I'm switching over to voiceover just because I feel like if I would have talked through this would be a super long video. As you can see, I am placing that powder underneath my eyes to catch any fallout. I am working with some brighter colors today and I really don't want to mess up my base, so I do that just as a security. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm using this Dermablend drops to prime my eyes. This is the only eyelid primer that I use. It's technically a foundation, but I'm not a huge fan of concealer on the lids. I feel like it's too heavy, and this foundation is very light, so it kind of gives me the pigmentation out of my eyeshadows, but it's not heavy on my lids or greasy. So right now I'm about to reach into my James Charles palette and I'm grabbing that shade Code James, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend that through as my transitional color. This is honestly the most perfect transition shade for me. I love using it. It goes well with like pretty much any look that I do, so I've been using that a lot lately. I gotta say, this James Charles palette has been like one of my favorites. Sometimes it does irritate my eyes depending on, you know, the certain pressed pigment shades that I use, but it's not a big deal, and honestly, like, it doesn't bother me too much. So, but it is weird that it does it every time I use this palette, but no shade, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just nice, just a nice palette. So right now I'm going to reach back into that shade 10% off, and I'm going to put that right in my crease, just, you know, right where I put that Code James shade. And guys, excuse me if my voice sounds super duper raspy. It is super early in the morning and everyone is asleep, so I'm trying to be quiet, but I feel like it's giving me like a man robot voice, so try to ignore that if you can. So right now I'm just going to keep blending on both eyes. And right now I'm reaching into my Jaclyn Hill Vault palette. This one is Ring the Alarm. And I'm using this one because it has this really pretty like burgundy maroon shade. And the James Charles palette has a lot of colors, but it doesn't have any kind of like dark berry shades as far that aren't super purple, so I just reached into this a couple times in this video. I only used, I think, 2 shades out of this palette. Actually no, I used 3 shades. So, but this isn't a one palette tutorial. It's pretty much just a holiday look that you can create with any eyeshadow palette. So you don't feel like you have to have this James Charles palette or this Jaclyn Hill palette to create this look. There's so many other options out there. Like, just look through your stuff and look and see what you have. I feel like most videos, everyone's just like, okay, so this specific shade and this shade, and it's like, dude, come on, we get a red, get a orange, get a maroon, and that's it. So anyway, enough of my rambling. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that on my outer corners and get makeup in my hair, which is bothering me because I got those custom drops in my hair. So next I'm just gonna keep looking for a brush so I can go ahead and cut my lid. I just started doing this in like my last 2 videos. I don't really do this on my daily basis, but I figured adding this would kind of make my red eyeshadow pop a little bit more on my lid, and it actually does a lot, so I think I might start doing this more often. But I go ahead and use my fingers, of course, because that's my favorite tool. It's the easiest thing and it gives me the most color. And I'm going to reach back in that palette and I'm going to grab the shade You're Kidding, which is that hot red color. And as you can see, it is very pigmented. That get a lot of color out of that little swatch. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that onto my lids. As you can see, I am pretty pleased with the color. This was my first time playing with that red in the palette and I am so obsessed. It's such a pretty shade. It's funny because I've been meaning to wear that shade like since I filmed this video, but I want to save it. I think I want to save it for like New Year's or even Christmas tomorrow, so I'm not sure, but I've been meaning to wear this shade. It's so pretty. So once I blend that all over my lid, I'm just going back in and making sure it's not chunky and it's not heavily caked on there. I want this to be a very blown out look. I feel like my looks always start off super grungy and super blown out, but that's just my style of eyeshadow when it comes to the more colorful looks. I don't like those super precise like cut creases and super sculpted eyes. It's just not me, and it's just not realistic for my everyday makeup. So you guys can see, I'm just going to keep blending that red on, and now I'm taking my finger, that same shade, and I'm kind of packing that on to give me a more intense color. Sometimes I feel like brushes, they pick up the shades, but they don't pack them on enough, at least the brushes that I use. So I just go ahead and use my fingers. It's super easy. So yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more of that framed out shade just to kind of blend everything in and make sure it's all, blended out with the red. And right here, my look looks super grungy, but I feel like I even love this look. Like, I feel like once I smoke it out on the lower lash line, I feel like it's me. That's exactly like what I want, what I'm into. So next, I'm going to reach back into that Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to grab the shade in the corner, which is Bomb Ass, and it's like a metallic red cranberry shade, and I'm using my fingers just to put that right on top of that You're Kidding eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to grab my favorite Maybelline eyeliner, and it's in a really pretty terracotta rush shade, and I use this liner every single time I do like red looks, and it's so pretty. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and dust off my under eye powder, just because for the moment I am done with my, bright eyeshadows. And right here, I'm going to reach in and grab this really pretty gold shade, which is on camera out of the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm putting that just in my inner corners to give me a pop of gold. You guys know that yellow gold or golds in my inner corner is my favorite. And I feel like that just made this look so pretty and so warm. So that was really nice. And I'm going back into that James Charles palette, and I'm grabbing this shade Face, and I'm putting that on my upper brow bone just to kind of give me a little bit of highlight so it's not super duper grungy. Now I'm taking my favorite mascara, which is the Essence False Lash Effect mascara. This is my absolute favorite. It does such a good job with my lashes. It's insane. And I think it's like $5 at Ulta. I always get like at least 2 whenever I see it because it's always sold out. So once I go ahead and put my mascara on my lower lashes and my upper lashes, sorry, it's so hard to put certain products on camera, so I'm sorry that this is really annoying. I'm trying to get it out of the frame, but it's just hard, and I'm like, I have to put this mascara on. So once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Iman face powder. I don't know exactly what this one's called, but it's just in a shade darker than my skin tone, and I'm using that to go ahead and bronze up my cheekbones, my forehead, a little bit on my chin, my jawline. And it's such a good shade for me. I feel like whenever I use this bronzer, it just makes me look instantly slim and tan and beautiful. So I love this. Yep, so once I bronze my face, I'm reaching into my MAC blush, and this is in the shade Telling Glow. It's a really pretty metallic orange shade. It's so gorgeous. Oh my god, I remember when I first bought this blush, I was like in awe. I had to get it. So once I go ahead and put that on, make sure my skin's warmed up, I reach into my Shayla ColourPop Boomin' highlighter. And this is such a pretty highlighter. It's so messy, but it's really pretty. It's a true like gold shade. It's gorgeous. As you can see, all those little particles are flying everywhere. But I absolutely love this highlighter. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and just blend that out. Kind of make sure my makeup is the way that I want it. Get more makeup in my hair, of course, as you can see. Then I'm just taking this $1 black eyeliner. I think this is from like Wet n Wild. Just use any black liner because this one's not anything special. So don't feel like you have to go get it. It's literally just a black eyeliner. And I'm just doing my top lash line. I'm not doing a wing. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just going to smoke it out just a little bit to add some definition. Then right here, I'm taking my NYX Nutmeg, you know, per usual, and I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this. And once I line my lips, I'm going to go ahead and reach into the shade Taurus. It's a liquid, it's not a liquid, it's a lippy stick from ColourPop, and I'm kind of just filling my lips in just a little bit with that. It's like the perfect yellow brown, like lipstick shade. And then on top of that, I'm taking a Milani's Matte Innocent lipstick, which is just a really pretty, like, pinkish nude lip. And it wasn't nude enough for me, so I'm reaching into MAC's Peach Stock, which always helps me lighten up my lipsticks, make them a little bit more warm and lighter. And once I do that, I am done. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a happy holiday. And yeah, here's time for the cringy slow motion videos. Thanks so much for watching.